Hello my friends, I'm Bee and this is Bee's Intuition. Today we're going to do a reading. Well, first I guess I should address the elephant in the room. I have been away for a little while just because my mental health has not been the best, but we're on the upward turn and can only go up from here, right? So yeah, that's why. But today, also, like, I feel like when my energy is like that, I'd much rather like do readings that my energy is completely in. Because if I'm doing like half-assed energy, I feel like you guys are going to be picking up on it. My readings are going to be less accurate, you know, like it's much better when I'm actually in it, you know, in it mentally. So thankfully I'm feeling better. And we're going to do today a reading about, sorry if you can hear that, that's my cat in the background digging her litter box. But anyways, the reading is going to be about who feels like you light their fire and why. Okay, so I thought that this would be a little bit of a fun one because it is the month of February and Valentine's Day and all that, so something a little bit passionate, like, and that's what I mean by light their fire, is like somebody that feels passionately towards you, like you spark something inside of them. Okay, so let's just dive right in, shall we? Okay, please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the collective? Who is feeling like the collective lights their fire, and why? Why does the collective light their fire, I wonder? Okay, so we're taking top one, and putting those back. Okay. All right, okay, some good ones. Ooh. Okay, we got a few. Ooh, we got some good ones. Honey. Okay. So, what do we have? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, maybe I should hold it up with this hand because I got a band-aid on my finger. Got to do it for the thumbnail, you know? I know, just kidding. Seven of Pentacles. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. Seven of Wands. Knight of Swords, the Tower card, bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. So I actually think that with this card, somebody feels like you make them very happy. You could also be like the light of somebody's life. So like not only do you light that inner fire within them, oh, there's something flipped over in there. Way too many. I'll just take the top one. Okay, so we also have the Justice card that I didn't see flipped over inside there, so we'll take that and we'll put that back. And okay, so that is now the ending one, the Justice card. But yeah, I feel like somebody really feels like you make them very happy. So not only do you like give them that sense of passion towards you, I think that they also like think very highly of you, and being around you makes them very happy. So very nice energy. Let's just dive into the clarifications, shall we? Starting with that Seven of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who feels like the collective lights their fire, and why does the collective light their fire? Please and thank you with that Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we'll see if there'll be more after. So, clarifying that Seven of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant and the Seven of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we got the King of Cups. So, with this being the Seven of Pentacles, I'm taking that as somebody that's into you. You grew on this person, I feel, with that Seven of Pentacles. They may have like overlooked you in the past, or maybe they tried to get you, you know, off their mind, or, you know, tried to fight some sort of connection with you, or, you know, tried to dismiss it. But that Seven of Pentacles feels like slow progress. I almost feel like somebody like you grew on somebody. Like somebody may have not thought too much about you, or they tried not to think too much about you, but then it's like over time, you've really like become very special to this person. And you could also make this person feel very secure in themselves. So maybe you like are somebody that loves to like boost up other people's confidence, give compliments maybe. But you make them feel stable, you make them feel good, and this is something that has grown on them. You have grown on them. The Hierophant, I feel like this person sees you as somebody that is very wise, somebody that has like leveled up in their life, somebody that could maybe disperse some knowledge onto other people, especially spiritual wisdom or life wisdom. I'm almost getting like life advice. 7 of Cups. I'm almost getting that this person could see you as a mystery. They also may think that like you may be too good to be true. Something about you is like, They could also assume that you have a lot of options, so they're like, oh, that person will never want to be with me, or honestly, this feels like maybe a slightly insecure energy, because it seems like they really put you up high, and maybe they tried to originally like excuse this or push it away, this connection, because they were like, you know, there's no way this person's going to choose me out of all of these options they have. Or, yeah, this person's so wise and informative and knowledgeable, they'll never choose me. But I think they're coming around to realizing that they feel very passionate towards you, and this is something that has taken place over an amount of time. And it's like the more they learn about you, the more they love about you. And we do have that King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this could be somebody that not only feels passionately towards you, but they also feel deep feelings. They have deep feelings for you as well. They could also see you as somebody that has very deep, caring feelings. And they want to reflect that back to you. Like what you give is what you take with this energy. And let's see what's underneath that King of Cups. Queen of Wands. So they see you as somebody that is charismatic, confident, knows who they are, doesn't apologize for who they are, maybe strong-willed in some way, maybe even motivated in some way. Let's see what's underneath that. So underneath the Queen of Wands is the Hermit. So again, we're getting wisdom here. You're somebody that knows yourself inside and out. You know where you're going in life. They feel like you're more knowledgeable than they are. So maybe you have like more lived experience. So maybe you're older than this person, but not necessarily. I think they do just like look up to you, and you have like a lot of spiritual wisdom and self-knowledge, and they really like appreciate that and look up to that. Okay, let's go on to the King of Cups. Oh, we have the King of Cups here too, so double confirmation. All right, let's clarify that. Who feels like the collective lights their fire? And why do they feel like that? Please and thank you. With that King of Cups, thank you. Okay, I'm a mess today. Can't stop coughing, can't stop yawning. Okay, so what we have for the King of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, Queen of Wands, Hanged Man, or actually, no, I think it's this way, the Tower card, the Lovers, the Hanged Man. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. I think that they want to balance something out between the two of you. Knight of Swords. They want to come in and talk to you. You're somebody that they really like to talk to. Maybe you two have not talked in some time. Maybe they went on their own spiritual journey here. Did some deep diving, self-reflection, learned some things about themselves. And what they learned was how much you mean to them. So since this is clarifying the King of Cups, I do feel like this is somebody that has deep emotions for you. It's past passion. You have shaken up their life to such a degree that they cannot ignore this. But it was probably some sort of necessary shift or change. Like you needed to come into their life and shake it up for them. They were either unenlightened before, or they were not very happy where they were at in their life before they met you. Or before they came into contact with you. The Lovers. They could definitely see you as a soulmate. You could also help them to make better decisions. Or they would like to make better decisions so that they could be a better match to you. So the Hanged Man, they feel uncomfortable. They felt stuck and trapped. They may have felt trapped and stuck in their old ways of being. That were not conducive to this connection coming together. But they're realizing through this discomfort, through this almost unwillingness to change, that change is necessary, that this is for what's best for everyone involved. It's for their highest good and for the highest good of this connection. They've had this enlightenment, and I feel like this is what they would like to communicate to you. They're seeing things completely differently now. And it's all thanks to you. The way that you came into their life and shook things up. They needed it at the time that they did. Or at the time that you shook things up for them. They needed that. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like they want to balance something out in this connection. And I feel like it has something to do with communication. Also with stability. So maybe the two of you have not talked too much, and so there's not like a lot of stability in terms of communication. That you could have felt neglected by this person. You could have felt unimportant to this person. But it feels like their silence was to work on themselves, to look at themselves, reflect on things, and really consider this connection. And they have done that. And they realize that this connection is everything that they want. And maybe need, to some extent. In terms of their own growth, spiritual growth. But yeah, in the past, they could have felt like very unstable in their life. Maybe you being in their life, maybe you were stable, but they weren't. And so they could have felt very conflicted by that. Let's see what's underneath the Two of Pentacles. The King of Cups. So yeah, double confirmation for King of Cups. They could definitely be a water sign. Not necessarily though. This could just be somebody that really, really, really has some deep feelings for you. And it's almost like these feelings will not go away no matter how hard they try. You make their emotions run so high, but in like the best way possible. You also may be somebody that like makes this person feel really loved, and maybe they are not used to that. Let's see what's underneath that. King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. They could feel like the divine has brought you two together. You were meant to teach them something. There's some sort of significance to this on a spiritual level. And maybe they feel like the timing is better now to actually confront these feelings, to actually share how they're feeling with you. They feel like this connection is very significant in probably many ways. Let's see what they're made for that. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. They want to give to you, they want to give to this, they want to make this connection more stable between the two of you. They also want to share something with you. Could be information, could be their side of things. Like share, like, okay, I have been silent, but this is why, you know, and here's what I've been working on. And it's shifted my way of thinking about things. Something along those lines. Okay. Let's go on to the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is a conversation maybe happening between the two of you. So far, I'm feeling almost this could be all the same energy so far. We'll see. But right now I'm picking up like on just one singular energy, and this is somebody that probably kind of loves you, for lack of a better term. They could even see you as marriage material, because we did have the Hierophant earlier. They could want to have like a long-term commitment with you, and that could have scared them as well. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who feels like the collective lights their fire, and why do they feel that way? Please and thank you, Spirit. With the Ace of Swords. What's going on with that Ace of Swords? Please and thank you, Spirit. Jeez Louise. Popping out left and right. Okay, I'll take the top. Those are going back. That one flipped. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so these ended up on the floor, so like some people say that they count more if they fall on the floor, so we'll go with that. Clarifying the Ace of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune. These are like all that were on the bottom of the deck before. Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, I think this is the same person. The Sun card came out in the reverse. I feel like that's interesting. I'll try to clarify that, I think, because I want to see what like that's about. Queen of Pentacles, and then bottom of the deck we have the 6 of Pentacles again. So yeah, so I do feel like this is a conversation that they feel like is necessary, especially within the timing with that Wheel of Fortune. It's like now is the time to talk about this. Maybe they weren't ready to talk about this in the past. Maybe they didn't have the courage. Maybe they didn't have the inner stability. Maybe they didn't have the certainty of their feelings, but like now it's like, okay, now is the time. It feels right to bring this up now. And it's followed by the King of Cups. So it's like, they want to show up for you in a way that is truly emotionally available, emotionally mature. Somebody that is like being real with you emotionally. Like, I want to tell you exactly how I feel about you. And I don't want to hide this anymore. Like, if they were hiding feelings, they were like, now it's like, I can't ignore these feelings. I'm like surrounded by feelings for you that may be overwhelming at some times. And that could even have contributed to them kind of going silent on you, is because their feelings are so intense that they're kind of scared of it, you know? This could be somebody that had a really rough past, and so they're like so scared to be emotionally vulnerable, emotionally open with someone, expressive in their emotions. Definitely could be a masculine energy that was raised in a way, and masculine energy could apply to any gender here, but maybe somebody that was raised in a way that was like, don't show your feelings, or, you know, repress those feelings, you know, push them down, make them like, you know, you should not feel those feelings. You should feel bad for feeling those feelings. You should, you know, somebody that has complexities around feeling things and may have been raised that way, that maybe feelings and expressing feelings was actually a sign of weakness rather than a strength. The 2 of Pentacles, I feel like that's what they kind of want to bring up, is like, I want to balance things out between the two of us. Like, things may have not been very balanced or stable in the past between us, but I want to fix that. And to be honest, I feel like maybe this Sun card in the reverse could be like how they feel without you. Maybe this period of silence has made them feel like, made them realize like, oh, my life without this person like feels really crappy. And I will not be happy if I'm avoiding this person, because this person is my happiness. And so maybe that this whole period of silence, this whole period of reflection really emphasize the fact that you are their sun. You make them feel good. You make them feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. You make them feel full of hope and energy and excitement. And when you're not around, they feel like the opposite, you know? They feel like things are darker. Things are not as fun. You know, maybe they have less energy when they're not around you, or when they're not talking to you. They just feel like kind of meh about things. But you give them energy. And yeah, I feel like they really want to tell you that, like how much you are so important to them. You are significant to them in so many ways. And I feel like they really want to express that to you in a conversation. Queen of Pentacles, they could see you as somebody that is calm, stable, secure, abundant, very giving, very kind, but maybe even slightly go with the flow, pretty chill, you know? They could definitely see you as somebody that they could be friends with, as well as, you know, like a partner. Because that's like your kind of energy, pretty easygoing for the most part. Also, maybe a connection to nature, a connection to animals, potentially. Maybe that's something that the two of you have in common, is like a connection to nature or animals. But they really do see you as somebody that is very leveled up, somebody that's very powerful, but definitely somebody that does not abuse that power. You know, you're somebody that is very responsible with the power that you were given socially, or in this person's eyes, them seeing you as like somebody that's very powerful. You definitely are not the type of person to abuse that sort of power. And I feel like that's also part of why they potentially love you. If they don't love you, they very much are on their way to loving you, is what this looks like. And then bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. So they want to give to you. They want to give to this connection. I feel like maybe you at one point were putting in effort to try and maybe get this person to open up, maybe to start the conversation, but they just like were either avoiding that, or, you know, they kind of were uncomfortable. They didn't really, you know, do too much there. But it's like now they want to give back. So if it was, you know, unbalanced before, they want to balance that out. You know? And I feel like that's kind of what they want to come in for, is to balance things out with you. Let's see what's underneath that Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. So this could be somebody that maybe wanted to leave this connection behind, but maybe they're returning because they're realizing that maybe they were trying to convince themselves in the past, like, oh, this isn't meant for me. And I feel like that could have just been due to their own insecurities, to be honest. But it's like now they could be realizing, like, no, this is actually what I want. And maybe this is even good for me. And so they could be returning because you're like on their path of what they want. But also it could be that they left something or someone else behind in order to be able to come towards you, to pursue this. Maybe they got rid of some sort of mindsets, blockages within them that were not allowing them to open up to you. And now that they've walked away from that, they've removed that, it's removing that obstacle, and they can come towards you much easier. Let's see what's underneath that Eight of Cups. Three of Wands. They may have been planning this for some time now, and they're ready to act. They're ready to reach out because it's like, they feel like it's now or never kind of energy. I want to see what's underneath that Three of Wands. Seven of Wands, and that's the next card that we're going to clarify as well. Here we have it as well. So, well, they could imagine that maybe you're going to be a little bit on your guard, and that's totally reasonable if this person like ghosted you or something, or made you feel insecure in some way, but they want to fight for this. And they're really hoping that they're going to have success with this. But if they're in the right frame of mind, right mindset of like, I will be successful, they will have success. And maybe this whole working on themselves thing could have been like them shifting those mindsets, because maybe in the past they were like, there's no way this is going to work out. And so they believed that and they fulfilled that prophecy. But now they're realizing, wait, my thoughts create my reality. So I need to think more positively if I want a chance here. I like that, because it's like them kind of taking responsibility and realizing like, I gotta change if I want this connection to go anywhere, because what I'm doing right now is not helping. Okay, let's go on to the Seven of Wands. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is feeling like the collective sparks their fire? What was I using as words before? Feels like the collective sparks their fire, for lack of a better way of phrasing. And why? Why do they feel that way? Please and thank you, Spirit. Seven of Wands. Thank you. Okay, what do we got? Oh, interesting. Oh. All three cards that came out to clarify the Seven of Wands are also wand cards. So this person is very passionate about you. So it's like definitely, well, if it's the same person, which I'm feeling it probably is, they are very attracted to you, very passionate about you, but they also have those feelings. So it's like, and they want to make things more stable between the two of you. So I feel like there's a lot that shows that this is somebody that has long-term potential, if you want that. But yeah, Seven of Wands clarified by the 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and then bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups. So yeah, they have good memories of you. They really think of you very fondly. They feel like you're so kind, so loving, so giving, which definitely aligns with what we've been seeing so far. And they really just want, like, I also feel like with the 7 of Wands, they really want to stand out in some way. And maybe they're realizing that they have to make that effort to stand out in some way. And that could be simply just opening up a conversation, trying to get your attention that way. They're hoping that you'll want them over other people. They're really hoping for success here. The 10 of Wands, they could have been overburdened by something before. And that burden, whatever it was, maybe it was mindsets, maybe it was other people, other people's opinions, feels like they put down that burden that they've been carrying for some time. And now they're ready to open up and have that conversation with the 8 of Wands. They want to have a positive conversation where they're clear about what they want, how they feel, where they see this going. And they're hoping for growth between the two of you. They're really hoping that things can grow here. Oh yeah, I'm just realizing now. 7 of Wands clarified by the 7 of Wands. So double confirmation there. They really do want that success. They're really hoping that even though you may have your guard up around them, they're hoping that they can, you know, persuade you. And not persuade you in like a manipulative way necessarily, but just maybe share their side of things and hope that you'll understand. And that, you know, maybe it'll clear things up for you so that you're not thinking about them so harshly, if that is the case. But yeah, that 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, they think about you being so sweet, so generous, so kind, and that really left an impact on this person. They love that you're loving. They love that you're giving. You could also talk to this person's inner child and make them feel very safe around you. And they love that about you as well. They could feel even a sense of you being protective of them, or simply just caring for them. Maybe this is, it really, I'm picking up on this vibe of somebody that's not used to being loved, not being used to being cared for. And that makes me feel really sad, because everybody deserves that. But yeah, it feels like you made this person maybe realize that they are worthy of love, and they weren't sure how to accept that or understand that or like process that, because it's almost like every event or person or thing that happened in their life has reflected the opposite. And so they're like, how do I believe this person that I'm worthy of love? You know, that I'm worthy of this stuff that they're giving me, attention, etc. Like, how do I believe that, you know? Because it's really like going against everything that they've kind of learned throughout their life experience. Let's see what's underneath that Six of Cups. Nine of Cups. So yeah, they see you as a wish fulfillment. You would make them incredibly happy. They also may have been working on themselves to a degree and making themselves more happy, or maybe filling themselves with some self-love, which is so important. If we want to be loved by other people, sometimes it starts within. And I'm not that kind of person to be like, you can't, what is that phrase where it's like, you can't expect to be loved by somebody else if you don't love yourself first, or something like that. I don't really believe in that, but I feel like there's the other side of it where it's like, if you don't try to fill yourself with self-love, you're gonna self-sabotage because you feel like you're undeserving of love, so you're gonna want that to reflect in your reality. So it's really rather more psychological and just a matter of like tweaking things inside of your own mind so that you don't self-sabotage like the person that you're meant to be with. Because if you believe that you're not meant to be with this person, if you believe that somebody is way too good for you, if somebody, you know, that somebody's out of your league, it's like no matter how much that person tells you that they love you, no matter what that person does to try and show you that they love you, you're never going to truly believe it if you don't have that sense of self-worth to some degree inside. So I feel like maybe this person has been working on themselves emotionally because they're like, I really want this, but I also kind of need to believe that I deserve it if I want to have a chance here. Also, maybe you're independent and you have your own sense of self-love, and maybe you're content within your life, and so they don't want to mess with that in a negative way, and they want to just add to that. Let's see what's underneath that Nine of Cups. Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there is this sense of kind of like starting over in a way that's like more optimistic. You could have maybe known this person as somebody that was more pessimistic in the past, maybe had more of a negative mindset, but I feel like they're really trying to be more positive, optimistic, outgoing, and just try. You know, maybe they were somebody that did not like to try because they were always afraid of disappointment following that attempt at something. But yeah, I feel like they're going to be showing up in a positive energy, and I like that. Yeah, let's go on to the Knight of Swords now. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is this person that feels like the collective lights their fire? That's how I worded it before. Lights their fire, and why do they feel like that? Please and thank you, Spirit. That Knight of Swords. Please and thank you. What is this Knight of Swords trying to communicate to the collective? Who's feeling? Who's feeling like the collective lights their fire? And why? Why do I feel that way? I wonder. All right. So, Knight of Swords clarified by Five of Wands. So that could be some internal conflict or fear of competition. Three of Wands. That's like them feeling like the time is now, which definitely aligns with the Knight of Swords energy. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Painful ending, but that is followed by a new beginning. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So they feel like they're ready to express their feelings here. Like, even if they do have that internal conflict that's like, is now the best time? You know, blah, 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 blah. They've been through this a million times in their mind, I feel. And they're ready to just bite the bullet, come in, express themselves. It may feel even a little bit impulsive, but I don't think it is. I think it's just, they're finally like, I'm gonna do it, you know? F it, I'm gonna just do it. Because I feel like they've been talking themselves out of doing this for a long time, but now they're like, I just need to do it, you know? Get the guts to do it. And if they were worried about competition in the past, they're no longer concerned about that. Or if they are, they're overcoming, like, they're still doing it anyways. Even if they're fearful of like competition, like, I'm not the best match for this person. You know, they're still out of my league. I don't know if I really stand that much of a chance, but I'm going to try anyways, because if I don't try, then I'll never know, you know? And I feel like that's definitely the energy with the Three of Wands. It's like, I've thought about this long enough. I've planned this out long enough. I've overthought this time and time again. I feel like, you know, I gotta act if I want to see anything positive happen here. Like, the time is best in this moment compared to the future, compared to the past. Like, now feels better to express this. Ten of Swords could definitely be them kind of explaining that they kind of hit a rock bottom at some point in their life. And maybe this was like recently, and maybe that was during that time of silence between the two of you. But it also could have been like them ending certain mindsets, ways of thinking, inner narratives that were not serving them. And they're like, I need to kind of put that to an end if I want this to go anywhere, and if I want to move on with my life and not stay stagnant. And also, like, not feel like a victim, because maybe this person even had slightly that victim complex where they were like, you know, why do all of these bad things happen to me all the time? And, you know, my life keeps just showing me these bad things keep happening to me. I can never escape it. And it's like they kind of took self-responsibility, and they're like, I actually got to try here. Because if I don't keep trying to put myself out there, I'm never gonna know if it changes. I'm never gonna know if better is out there. I really do feel like this sense of them kind of putting something to an end. This period, this cycle of pain. They're just like, I need to put this to rest because I need to start again. Like, what I was doing before, how I was thinking before is not serving me. It's not serving this connection. And I don't want to carry it into the future. It's not serving me. It's not serving this connection. Let's put that to rest and start anew. So maybe there's even like something about like they kind of want to reintroduce themselves maybe as somebody that is more confident and less uncertain, less pessimistic, less victim mindset sort of energy. Yeah, it feels like a rebirthing kind of energy. Knight of Cups. So I feel like if they were hesitant in the past to express these feelings, they are ready to express them now. Let's see what's underneath that. Page of Wands again. So yeah, I feel like that is kind of going with that rebirth energy. It's like they were full of maybe pessimism, negative thoughts, mindsets, narratives that were just holding them back, weighing them down, not helping them at all, and in fact hindering them in their growth. And it's like now that they've kind of shut that down, put that to rest, they can have a new beginning as this Page of Wands that is much more optimistic, open-minded, enthusiastic, passionate, like ready to like, yeah, see where this goes and have that openness. It's like that childlike mindset before you have been hurt. When we were kids, before we experienced heartbreak and betrayal and all that stuff, we were just like, hey, like, I want to be friends with everyone. You know, I'm gonna have crushes on people and not feel like they're out of my league because I have no idea what that even means yet, you know? So it's like they want to recreate that optimistic energy that they may have not experienced in the past or as much of in the past. And maybe that was your like past experience with them, is that they weren't very optimistic, but now they want to come in optimistically and show up in this way that is like positive and enthusiastic and like, yeah, let's do this. Let's see what's underneath that Page of Wands. Knight of Cups. So yeah, they feel like you're a wish fulfillment for them, and they would be silly to miss out on this opportunity. Like, even if they feel like they are inferior in some way, which, you know, I really don't think that that's the case at all. But that's probably how they felt maybe in the past. I think they just want to give themselves the opportunity to see if this even goes anywhere. If this is even possible to go somewhere, which I feel like it is. Because this person's coming up with very genuine energy. I feel like this person's going to be very transparent. I don't feel this person's sneaky. I don't feel like this person's hiding anything. It feels real. It feels like real, and it feels honest, and it feels genuine. So I feel like this person probably is going to be a pretty good match for you if you decide to, like, you know, entertain this person. Watch, as soon as I say that, the Seven of Swords goes out. Anyways, let's go into the Tower card now. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is this person that feels like the collective likes their fire? And why do they feel like the collective lights their fire? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, boy. Okay. So, Tower card clarified by 4 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and then we have 9 of Cups, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, so all of the cards that were at the bottom of the deck, and we have the 6 of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. Okay. This is all clarifying the Tower card, so I feel like that's kind of like how they felt when you entered their life in the time that you did enter their life. Like, you hit them, you came into their life, and I don't mean that literally. Like, it's just like your energy like was like pow, you know, like you just have such a impact on this person that it was just like undeniable. It was just like, wow, what just hit me? That kind of energy. But you changed things, you shook things up in a crazy way. You push this person out of their comfort zone, and it really does feel like they'll never be the same after experiencing you. The 4 of Cups, I almost feel like this is indicating that you showed this person how to have standards, maybe. Be selective with your energy. Like, understand. Yeah, it feels like something about growing standards. Maybe even building boundaries. Oh, maybe you encourage this person to build boundaries with those around them. And maybe this person was maybe even slightly a pushover. Because, you know, people pleasing can lead to that victim mindset. Because if we're compromising who we truly are to try and please those around us to just survive or get through something, we are cutting off something that is so integral to who we are and our own happiness. And so we can feel very victimized by being, and I know from personal experience, I was a chronic people pleaser for so long in my life. And so I feel like we can grow into that victim mindset because we are compromising who we are. We're not happy. We're setting ourselves up for people to take advantage of us, for us to bend over backwards for people that wouldn't even spit in our direction, you know? So, I feel like you helped this person see, like, you have to build boundaries with people. You have to be selective with people. You can't just let anyone in. You can't just let people walk all over you. You have to be strong. You have to have these standards. You have to have these boundaries. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. And so I feel like that's exactly what they did. Like, it's like you showed them the way. And maybe they were hesitant at first because this is clarifying the Tower card. So I feel like this is completely against their natural nature. You know, having standards, standing up for themselves, stuff like that. But you encourage them to do that, and I think that they are practicing that now, especially because that is followed by the 8 of Pentacles, which I feel like is them actually putting it into practice in their 3D. It also could be indicating that they've been working on themselves behind the scenes. They've been working on their stability. They've been working on themselves. They've been working on building something in their life, and definitely feels like it's connected to these boundaries, these standards, these being selective with who you let in. I feel like they've been working on all of that. They really take what you say seriously. I feel like that's like super strong here. They really look up to you, and they feel like you're very wise. They feel like you have a lot of knowledge, maybe life experience. Like, there's something about you that they really do like take what you say seriously. They like, it's not going in one ear and out the other. They are listening to you, they are processing it, and they are actively using your advice. They're actively, you know, putting this to work, you know, these tools that you've given them. They are not just holding them in a tool belt in the back of their head and just like, okay, I'll use them eventually. No, they're actually putting these tools into work. They're like actually using these tools to help themselves, to help their life. And maybe that's also part of this conversation that's going to be happening. You literally like this is so nice. Like, especially when you are like a feminine presenting person, people do not always listen to you, do not always take what you say seriously, do not always see you as somebody that's knowledgeable. And so, and I'm not saying necessarily that you are somebody that's feminine presenting, but it could be. Or maybe you identify with more feminine nature, like you're sensitive and stuff like that. But where was I going with that? Yeah, you could be somebody that just was not taken seriously in the past. And so I think you're gonna notice and realize, like, oh, this person actually listens to me. This person actually takes my advice and uses it in reality, and doesn't just say that they will use it in reality, or, you know, someday I'll, you know, do that thing, or someday I'll use these tools to help me and improve my life. It's like, no, this person's actually listening to you, processing that, and using that. And I feel like that could impress you slightly, because it's like, oh, okay, you're listening to me, you're actually taking my advice. Okay, I'm not used to that. And I think that's kind of like why this feels like it would work between the two of you, is because this person genuinely respects you, genuinely, like, you genuinely inspire them, you genuinely motivate them to be a better version of themselves and to do things to make their life better. And I feel like that's gonna feel good. Like, that's gonna feel good to get that sort of validation from somebody else. I don't think you need that validation, but I feel like it's gonna feel good, you know, especially if this is somebody that eventually turns into a future partner of yours. You're gonna be like, okay, this person actually gonna listen to me. If I ask them, like, hey, would you mind doing this thing? Or, you know, hey, that thing you said kind of made me feel bad. Like, would you mind, like, maybe, you know, making making some changes to maybe whatever, you know, whatever. It could be a million things, but like, this is gonna be somebody that genuinely listens to you and validates you, and, like, yeah, like, somebody that genuinely wants to talk to you, because that's a whole nother thing too, is like, sometimes you feel like you're, like, pouring your heart out to somebody and they could care less, you know, they're just like, okay, what am I gonna eat for dinner tonight? Like, so I feel like you're just gonna feel good around this person, and maybe they do make you feel good, and I feel like they want you to feel good as well. 9 of Cups. So they clearly see you as a wish fulfillment. And I feel like it's almost like you came into their life and maybe it was like you were everything that they wished for, hoped for, tried to manifest before and didn't. And so that could have been part of why it felt like this complete collapse of who they were and what they believed to be true. Maybe, like, they literally did not think that people like you existed in the real world. And so it was like, you come in and you're just, like, destroying their worldview because you're, like, showing up in this kind, compassionate, genuine way. And they're just like, it's kind of scary because I'm not used to this. And, like, is it too good to be true? Is this just a facade? Like, there is so much behind that. You know, like, even if you are the answer to their prayers, they're like, are you deceiving me though? I'm not sure. But yeah, Page of Wands, they're coming in, they want to be they want to be optimistic, they want to be that enthusiastic energy, they want to give this a shot, they want to, like, you know, they want to try here, and that's definitely what they want to show up with. And that Knight of Cups, they clearly want to communicate with you about their feelings. I feel like these are feelings that have been building for some time, which brings me back to that first card we clarified, the 7 of Pentacles. These are feelings that have been building up over a period of time. And maybe they kind of did feel like that sudden connection at first, but I do feel like they really tried to push it down. They were like, no, there's no way this will even work out. They won't want me. They could have had, like, a million thoughts about, like, why this wouldn't work out and how you're not actually their person, even though it's obvious that you are. Okay. So yeah, they want to show up. They want to show up genuinely. They want to show up with these feelings, with their heart on their sleeve for you to see. Because they know that you're worth it. They know that you're so worth it. And that maybe this opportunity will not come around again. And so they're like, I gotta at least try. 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yes, they do feel so many wonderful feelings around you. You make them feel so safe, so cared for. And it feels genuine. Like, it feels like maybe, like, they are used to people showing up in this, like, fake kind energy, you know, where it's like being nice for, you know, for just, you know, for like social expectations and not being genuine, but like you show up in a genuinely loving energy and they're like, give me more, please. And not to say that they're like greedy or like somebody that will just take, because I do not feel that energy from this person at all. I think that they really want to give, if anything, but you know, they crave your energy because it's so unique. It's so rare, you know, to experience that genuine love. Let's see what's underneath that Six of Cups. Justice, the balancing of the scales again. If this has been unbalanced, we're also about to clarify the Justice card. So there's so many synchronicities in this reading, okay? And this whole reading is kind of just validating for me that I waited till the right time to return to readings, because this is on point. This energy, I feel like it's gonna definitely resonate with a lot of people out there. So I'm really glad about that. But yeah, there's expression of the truth. There's the truth, the clarity, the conversations. There's the balancing of the scales. So if this has been a little bit uneven, unbalanced, they want to balance it out. They want to give to you as much as you've given to them. And you're worth it. That's what it keeps coming back to, is like you're worth their effort. You're worth this balancing of the scales. You're worth this expression of truth and honesty. Let's see what's underneath that Justice card. Ace of Swords again. We had the Ace of Swords earlier. Like there's literally so much confirmation, you guys, in this reading. It's insane. Conversation, information, the truth. They just want to like talk to you. They want to share the truth. They want to share those feelings. They want to share what's been on their mind. And it's like, yes, it's the time. It's the time for this to happen. And it's going to feel so good when they finally get it off their chest. And I feel like it's going to make you feel good, because I feel like they're going to be talking about how amazing you are and how you've truly influenced them in the best way possible here. Let's go into the Justice card. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is feeling like the collective lights their fire, and why do they feel this way about the collective? With that Justice card, please and thank you, Spirit. What's going on with that Justice card? Ooh, what's going on with that Justice card, please and thank you? Okay. So, Justice card clarified by Knight of Pentacles. I feel like they've been really planning this out for some time. They knew that they've been wanting to share this with you. They've been wanting to balance the scales out for quite some time, but they've been cautious. They've been planning. They've been maybe slightly hesitant because they were maybe nervous. But the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck, but it's good because when the Knight of Pentacles actually does go towards their thing, whatever it is, their goal, what they want, whatever, they are so certain at that point because they've had plenty of time to think it over. They are certain at that point that this is what they want and this is how they want to go about it. And then we have the Empress. They really think the world of you. I'm just saying, like, they see you as radiant, abundant, like effortlessly abundant is what I'm getting. You give off this air of like things being effortless. And I know that probably doesn't feel effortless on your side at all, but in their eyes, you're just like effortlessly radiant, beautiful, abundant, caring, kind, powerful, like everything. Like, it's like, obviously this person's my type is kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, obviously. And then we have the Six of Swords and the Five of Swords. So Six of Swords is moving away from something that is not serving you into something that actually will. And it could definitely be in terms of mindsets. We do have two swords cards here. So it could definitely be like signs, mindsets they're moving away from, maybe inner narratives, things like that that have not been helping. They want to move past that so that they can actually have come to a place of hope and optimism, and more opportunity as well. And then that Five of Swords, I honestly feel like this is their past. And I feel like, especially, you know, because they look up to you so much, I feel like they're used to false Empress energies in their life. I feel like they're used to the empresses that are in the reverse. They show up on the surface like they're the empress upright. They look beautiful, or they're eye-catching in some way, or they look like the dream person, but it's all a facade. I think that's what they're used to. And as a result of dealing with those people were probably really terrible to this person. I honestly feel like this could have even started in childhood for this person. Maybe like, I'm getting like mother role. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a mother. It could be a teacher, it could be somebody that they looked up to, maybe a grandparent. Like, could definitely be like some sort of feminine figure in their life that, started at a young age and just made them feel really bad about themselves. Really tried to disempower them, make them feel really crummy about themselves, make them feel weak, powerless, all that stuff. Feel really bad about themselves, and that creating those inner narratives, those mindsets that just controlled them and held them back. I feel like this is what they were expecting from you, because it's almost like they don't want to believe the surface, because in the past, when they have believed what's on the surface, they see a pretty face and they're just like, okay. Yeah. They see a pretty face and they're like, oh yeah, that's what I want, like they look perfect. They, say the right things. They do the right things, maybe for a period or a certain amount of time. But then it's like, okay, the cracks are starting to show. I'm starting to see this real person, and they are not who they portray themselves to be. And I think that they thought that because you are somebody that maybe they're attracted to, somebody that they look up to, somebody that they admire, in all of those ways that they've seen before the past. But in the past, that was not genuine. But with you, it actually is genuine. So what they thought they were avoiding, they're coming to realize it was just fear and not based in reality. It's based upon their past experiences. So I think that's part of what they're realizing. And maybe part of what they want to communicate to you is like the reason they were hesitating, like the reason why they were hesitating, why they were so fearful, is because they kind of didn't believe what they saw before them. But it's like time has allowed them to see the true you, getting to know you, talking with you. They've grown to see the true you, in that, the soul matches the face, or whatever. It doesn't even have to be that you're like particularly like stunning or whatever, but maybe you're like their type, or you're, like you have certain things in common that they really admire or whatever. Like it could be anything. But like you're genuine. You're who you say you are, and they're realizing that, like, okay, this person's real and I can't miss out on this. That's literally what the energy I'm getting. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so they want to have that conversation. They want to bring up this truth, this information. Yeah, they want to share this with you. It's probably been building up for quite some time now. And they're like, I need to just come in. I need to talk about this. I need to share this with them. Let's see what's underneath that Ace of Swords. The Fool card. Like, are you kidding me? They want a new beginning here. And that's where I'm getting, like, this rebirth, renewal. They want to come in a completely different energy. They want to show up optimistically. They want to show up in this energy that's just, like, carefree, ready to go. I'm about to, let's go for it. Let's trust that this is going to work out, instead of building up a million reasons why this won't work out. Instead of all of that, let's just sweep that all away and start new, where we just show up and we're enthusiastic. We're both showing up in like that same energy of really wanting this to go somewhere. Let's be genuine. Let's just do it. Let's just do it, And I feel like that's what they're really hoping that this conversation leads to, a new beginning between the two of you. Let's see what's underneath that Fool card. The Six of Cups again. They literally, I cannot tell and express enough how much they admire you, look up to you, how much they just love your energy. I really do feel like they feel so safe with you. They know that you wouldn't hurt them like they've been hurt in the past. They just know. I feel like they've gotten to know enough of you at this point where they're just like, this person's who they say they are. They actually walk the walk. They don't just talk the talk. They've got many things going for them other than maybe physical appearance or, wealth or whatever it is that society deems, important in a relationship that's not really that important. Like, obviously. Like, you're the obvious answer here. like obvious option. Yeah, let's explore this a little bit more. So the Sun card, I'm getting like you do make this person incredibly happy. I really do feel like this sense of them lighting up when they're around you. And maybe they're kind of somebody that struggles with mental health. I did pick up that sort of energy in the background. So they could struggle with mental health, but it's almost like you being around them, you talking to them, puts a smile on their face, no matter how crummy they're feeling. Let's see what's underneath that Sun card. Page of Pentacles. You make them want to start again, to start new, to explore things together, to build something with you, something stable. They also feel like you make them want to be vulnerable. Maybe in the past they were like, I don't like being vulnerable, but with you it feels safe. They feel very safe around you. Let's see what's underneath that Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Double confirmation for Queen of Pentacles. We had that earlier as well. So they really do admire you. They see you as such a warm, kind, loving energy, and they feel truly safe around you. And they're just like, I would be literally crazy. I would be so silly. I'd be so out of my mind if I'd let this slip through my fingers, you know? So that's that. Let's see what the Oracle has to say. Got anything else to add to this? Who is, I mean, at this point, this is all about the same person, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is all about one person that is just like goo goo gaga all over you, you know? I don't know why I said goo goo gaga. Like, just, you know, very much into you. Like, you are everything to this person. Let's see what else comes out. Please and thank you, Spirit. You got anything else to add to this beautiful reading? Please and thank you. For the collective, as to who feels like, ooh, the collective lights their fire. And why? Anything else you want to add? Please and thank you. Okay. Okay, we got a few. We got a few. Okay. First one, Blossom. I want to say that's the Judgment card, I'm pretty sure. And we have Joy and Stability. We love to see it. Manifest. I do feel like you are like a manifestation for this person, like a wish come true, and they just didn't believe it at first, but they're coming around. Seek. I want to say that this is the Hermit. They've sought that inner knowledge, and they know now. Choose your battles. I honestly feel like with that one, they're realizing that they don't have to fight this, you know? Like, if this is truly meant for them, they don't have to fight it, like, and they're safe, you know? They're safe with you. They don't gotta fight you off. Like, they don't gotta protect themselves like they had to protect themselves in the past from other people. Bottom of the deck is change your focus. So I really do feel like this person's changing their perspective. They're shifting their perspective of things. They're becoming more enlightened. They're seeing things from a different point of view. We did have that Hanged Man earlier, so that definitely connects with that. They're seeing things very differently now, and I think it's because of this internal work that they've been doing. With the Blossom, that light, the leaves, I really do feel like there's like this desire for growth. And again, they do see you as this light in their life. You very much stand out to this person. You're very special. You glow in this person's eyes. And it's interesting that we have similar imagery in this Joy and Stability card. So yeah, you are very much a light that brings joy and possibly even stability within this person. And it's not even necessarily that you help this person feel stable. Like, it's not like you're sacrificing anything to make this person feel stable. It's more rather they listen to what you have to say and they use those like words of advice or words of wisdom, and they put it into practice, and that allows them to grow that stability for themselves. Like, you empower this person is what I feel. Manifest. I feel like they've been manifesting somebody like you for so long, and maybe on a subconscious level, and then when it actually comes into their life, they're just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I have no idea. I'm not prepared, you know? And now I feel like they're realizing, wait a second, this is my manifestation. What am I doing ignoring this person when they are everything that I want? Seek. So yeah, they have done that internal reflection, that search for their inner guidance, and things have just become so clear now because they've done that work. Choose your battle. So yeah, I am getting like they felt like they had to fight this, Like, I can't have these feelings. No, I'm not allowed to have these feelings. No, this person's not meant for me. Like, they're so out of my league. I can't do this. Like, you know, fighting with themselves, fighting the connection. Like, you know, they just, I think they really tried to put up a wall and, you know, close, like, shut this down, close you out, like, keep you out. And it's just like, I think they're realizing now, like, especially with all this reflection, they're just like, what am I doing? I can't do this, because like I'm practically like setting myself up for failure almost. You know, if I'm fighting against the one person that's actually there for me, that's actually true and genuine and genuinely wants to help me and love me and care for me, like, what am I doing trying to fight them off, you know? On the deck with the change your focus, yeah. They are seeing things so differently now. It almost looks like this is a dream. Like, there's like transparency in the background in this person. It almost feels like a dream, this image. So it's like they may have not been able to foresee a future with you before, because it's like, you know, I'm such a mess. This person's so perfect. Like, geez Louise, like, how would it ever work out? I feel like they're now feeling much more grounded in reality, and they can see a future now. And I think maybe part of it is like also seeing you as a person and a human being, you know, first and foremost, you know, we are all human. We are all, you know, imperfect. You know, none of us are perfect. None of us are like this heavenly creature sent from heaven above to, you know, like, you know, oh, I'm just so perfect and I have no, like, you know, I've never made a mistake, and, you know, I've never done anything bad ever. And, you know, like, they're realizing, wait a second, that kind of person doesn't actually exist, and this person is actually, okay, that's kind of cute. I just got a message about, like, they're as close to perfection as possible without being actually perfect. So I feel like maybe that's even part of it, is like, I see like how this person's not perfect now. Maybe at one point they did think that. They see like your imperfections and they're like, I like those, or, you know, those are compatible with my imperfections. Like, you know, they're seeing it now, I think, more rooted in reality. Whereas before they were probably so caught up in their fear, so caught up in their head, they weren't seeing things clearly, but they are now. And I feel like that's so beautiful. Love, love, love. Love that energy. So yeah, that's the reading. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I know I did. I think this was a really beautiful reading. And I really hope that it resonated for somebody out there. If it did resonate, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you could become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you the next time that I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!